Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel's Mike's Talks and Thoughts here, back in with another video for you guys. And today we are here with Mayans MC Season 5 Episode 4, I See the Black Light here. We are back again with the Mayans reviews here. And in this episode, I would like to say that this episode was a very much foundational or building episode for future episodes to come in this season. There will be spoilers in this video here for this episode, so if you have not seen the episode yet, definitely go check that out and then come back once you have. But yeah, let's get into the thoughts here for the Mayans episode here. So Mayans, I will say, first 4 episodes, so we're about halfway almost through the season, and I will say they have done some stuff pretty good and some other stuff not as well. Some things that I really enjoyed from this episode was Easy and him trying to make connections and really pushing this whole idea of trying to take the cartel down and finding these new partners. And you see him negotiating with the Chinese and bringing them guns here, and of course the group of the women bikers that we're seeing a few episodes back, and them sort of now forming an alliance here. You see the troubles that the club is, of course, having again on these women in Easy's life. Easy's girlfriend having to deal with this guy overdosing, and the cook just going awry here. Pretty crazy shit. And one thing that I'd like to harp on in this episode that I really loved was Hank, and of course him trying to find someone for himself. That's sort of been a big plot point here with Hank in the last few seasons here, him trying to find his happiness outside of the club. And I really like that they're developing this storyline for Hank. Like I said, I wanted them to focus on these side characters, and that's what they're doing here. We get to see Gilly and his relationship sort of, and we see CM Punk again. And of course Gilly's relationship with CM Punk's kid in this show. Very interesting to see, and again, just harping back on these side characters and the different things that they're going through outside of the club. And then the big storyline here in this episode to take away from, I think, is the whole who is the rat situation. This is something that was harped on last episode with Creeper, finding out that there was a rat in, of course, the Mayans, and figuring out what's going on here. And Angel, of course, being worried because of all the shit that happened with Easy, and of course, you know, JJ, Kevin, the sort of I would say detective, or the guy who was sort of watching over Easy, who we saw's demise earlier in the show here. And we see the ATF agent who, of course, was infatuated with Creeper look into this. And the final scene, man, with her finding the recording of, you know, him talking, Kevin, of course, talking with Easy, I believe it was in Felipe's butcher shop here, was like, wow, you know, this is where they're going to be taking the story now. This whole rat situation, what's going to happen, man? Is Easy going to be way over his head, man? What is going to happen, man? Just a lot of great foundation building in that aspect for the episode, and finding out, you know, who is the rat in the Mayans. Again, building these side characters, giving them some time to grow here, which I enjoyed in this episode, as well as, of course, focusing on Galindo and his family struggles. Emily is still trying to run away here, and things go awry for her as well. And just a lot going wrong for everyone in this episode. We get to see even Alita and her just sort of struggles here in this episode as well. It seems like a lot of people are just not having it in this episode. A lot of struggles, a lot of bad news to come in the future, man. I think they're planning something big, man. I feel like episode 5 or episode 6, there's going to be some big deaths coming, or just someone's going to get caught. It's going to be crazy. I think that they are building into something that is going to carry and be an impactful moment here. Because, I'm not going to lie, through the first 4 episodes, there has been some solid moments. But for the most part, there has not been that oh my gosh factor. Like, none of these crazy death scenes or crazy, you know, impactful scenes that are like, oh my god, like this is what I'm going to remember Mayans season 5 for. But I think that we are building into that moment here. Next week we will be officially at the halfway point for the season, and I hope to see you guys back next week as we of course talk Mayans. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section on this episode and your overall thoughts. Like I said, I think that this was a solid episode. Nothing too crazy though. I would probably give it like a 7.5 out of 10. You know, that good to great tier, probably like on the high end of good. Good moments, good character building, but again, more of laying the foundation for what's to come moving forward. So yeah, that's gonna do it, everyone. Take care. Come back next week for the Mayans reviews, and of course, peace out.